Hello and welcome back to the channel, Cali Legends Media. I want to welcome all the new subscribers to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. And to all my subscribers, thank you for the support. That's a sincere thank you to all of you. And a good way to support the channel with that like button. Hit that like button. It doesn't cost anything, but it really helps the channel move its videos along through the algorithm. All right, that being said, so this is my second attempt on making this video. On the last video, I was really, I let my emotions get the best of me. Well, I'm going to try something different here. The first thing I'm going to try is moving away from this dog that don't stop barking. So I was watching this morning the TV and I seen a podcast by Pocho. It's called Pocho's Podcast. Pocho, for those of you who don't know, was employed by Food Community. And he worked with Icon, together with Icon on, like as a co-host, during interviews on the podcast. Now, he got fired from the Food Community, okay? Not for any one particular reason, for a few reasons, okay? One of them was he was suspect. He was suspect of being involved with women in a negative way. Today on his video, he even said that he's a womanizer and that he's a dick. And I agree with him 100%, okay? But I think Pocho's confused with womanizer and stalker, sick ass, But anyways, this video should bring something out that he said. Man, there's dogs everywhere in this barrio. This is what he did. He that really yerked me, okay? The dude does a whole podcast regarding homie hangout, Joshua, okay? And things that Joshua had brought out in the past about his behavior, okay? And it's funny, but in the video he says himself, not everything was true, which means some of what was said was nothing but the truth, okay? According to Pocho, right? What happened was some girls came forward and talked to Josh and told him what this weirdo was up to, and Josh brought it to social media, which is an important thing to do, man, because we got to know who's acting out of pocket. We don't want those people not only on our podcast, but we don't want those people around women that we have in our lives. So it was a good thing. As a matter of fact, several podcasters, content creators made videos about that, including myself, okay? I couldn't find it, but it's there somewhere, and it was regarding that one particular subject. But this weirdo goes and only mentions Josh. He mentions Josh because Josh is no longer with us to defend himself. Otherwise, Josh, he'll give him a polite tongue lashing, okay? He said a lot of things he shouldn't have said, and then he'd say, yeah, but he was all right. He was an all right guy, talking out of both sides of his mouth, I knew this guy was a weirdo, but at the end of his video, I never seen it before. He growled. He actually growled you know, and I never seen that, you know. So the guy has some loose screws. He's a little bit off, you know. He says that the girls said what they said because he's a player, you know. He sees himself as a player, as you know, he could get any guys and any girls, probably guys too, but he could get any girls he wants, and that's probably why Josh was jealous, because Josh was sick and this and that. He brought up his everything, his illness, he even brought up his dog, you know. Now, I hate to say it, but I'm here to speak up for Josh, because Josh isn't here to do it himself, you know. No, me and Josh weren't the best of friends. We were acquaintances, and we were very respectful to one another. We never had no beef, no misunderstanding. You know, nothing between us. It was always a good talk, and it was always positive. Anyways, yeah, this guy did an entire episode bashing this young man who's no longer with us, and he even mentions that he don't care if his family, his kids see it, because Josh stood on his word and what he said. So this weirdo was going to do the same. It's not the same thing, you know. Josh did it when he was able to do it, and Pocho had a chance at that time to respond. You know what Pocho did? He disappeared, you know, and just started doing his podcast real quiet. It didn't really matter whether he disappeared or not. He was actually ostracized, you know. Nobody wanted nothing to do with his sick ass, you know. So he took this opportunity to make himself feel better and to try to clean up all the stuff that has been said about him and his situation right now, with everybody hating him more than anybody else on social media. And it's true, and he said it himself, you know. But this is the reason why, Pocho, because you do stupid shit like this. You know, it's out of line, it's low class, and it's not appreciated by anybody. And I'm sure your subscribers didn't appreciate it either. You know, it showed your mentality. It showed your level of humanity, you know. I would take that down if I were you, Pocho, ASAP, before more people see it and before this catches fire, because the only one that's going to get burned is you. Josh is done with this world, with this plane. He's on a whole other adventure now, you know. So save all your crying and sniveling, and just say it to your friends, to your family, or whoever will believe you, because on social media, your word, like you say, vale dick, you know. It's the truth, you know. I'm not talking smack. You said it yourself, you know. You're a dick, and now, besides being a dick and a womanizer, you're a lowlife, you know. There's no other category to put you, man, you know. And your reflection, I guess, of your family and your upbringing to do something like that. You know, you came out and you showed a picture of your uncle that died. Nobody knows your uncle. Nobody cares. You know, it's like he's a stranger to us. Josh, we knew. Josh, we interacted with. We knew Josh. You know, and that's why a lot of us paid him homage on our platforms. You understand? You know, not just because he passed away. That's not new. We don't know your uncle. You know, but yet you felt it enough to, you know, you even showed a picture on this video holding your uncle's picture. Nobody cares about that. You know, we how can we feel any type of way? We don't know this man. You know, like you're really, like, probably the most stupidest person that I know. You say, oh, Josh wasn't very smart. Yeah, he was very intelligent. He actually got out of prison, changed his life, and went to Berkeley, got his degree, and practice what he went to get educated for, you know. And to go to school on the university level, you got to have something up here, you know. Because I know, I've been there, and I've been around people who didn't belong there. They tried their best, we tried to help them, but they just didn't get it, you know. But Josh, he was intelligent, and obviously much more intelligent than you. He had better mañas, and he was beloved. You're hated, dude. There's nothing gonna change that. We don't like people who mess with girls and with children, you know. When I did my video, everybody was saying, hey, Lucky, hey, don't do videos about this guy. He's gonna get your page taken down. He's gonna sue you. He's gonna do this and that and the other. Like, really? That's what you're known for? For doing the cha-cha moves? Yeah, you got a strange stilo, homie. You're all blown out, you know. And what's the big growl at the end of your video, man? You know, it shows your where you're at, you know. Show a little class, man, a little dignity. You were better off just staying quiet, because all you do is bring up all the bad stuff from the past that hangs over you, and it's not going to go away. Not ever. That stigma is going to be on you forever, you know. And my props to Josh for bringing out and sharing those young girls' testimonies about your sick ass, you know. So I don't know what you think where Josh went wrong. Josh did his job, okay? And you say that, oh, we're not gonna miss hearing his content, this, that, and the other. Yeah, his content's gonna be missed. It was a staple on social media, you know, and he helped us understand. So he helped some people understand things that we don't really always look at. You know, he's seen it through a different lens, because of his education, because of his training, because of his experience in prison. You know, yeah, you're most definitely swinging up. But anyway, this is my video for today, people. I know some of you are gonna go and watch this jackass's video, his podcast, Pocho's podcast, to see just how disgusting. Because I just touched the tip of the iceberg of all the desmadre this guy was talking. But all that's gonna do is give him views. And I was trying to think, man, and think a way to do this so that doesn't happen. And there was really just no way, you know. But I just wanted to respond to his stupid ass. I know Josh would have did it with some class, you know, with some finesse. Me, I just tell it like it is, you know. Dude's a sick ass, more than a womanizer, and ignorant, very ignorant man to say, I don't care if his daughters and his kids see this, you know, like, no consideration, man. Low life shit. This is my video for today, people. Thank you for watching. God bless you. God bless your families. Stay safe. Stay out from behind them walls. And, you know, help the homies and others move in excellence. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you.